Have you ever found comfort in a familiar song? Did that song take you back to a special moment in your life? Welcome to our channel, and today we will discover the healing power of music and the importance of cherishing our elders in this week's touching tale. Its name whispered promises of tranquility and warmth, which were reflected in the smiles of its residents and the aroma wafting from its shops and homes. Yet beneath this idyllic surface, the passage of time had begun to weave a subtle melancholy. Many of the town's elder residents were succumbing to age, taking with them stories, laughter, and the warmth of their companionship. Stay tuned until the end to find out. The rhythmic ticking of a nearby music box provided a melancholic soundtrack to his musings, each tick-tock echoing the passage of time that seemed to slip through his fingers like grains of sand. She stood there transfixed by the enchanting display of music boxers, her small hands pressed against the glass, as if trying to reach out and touch the music itself. Her innocent wonder awakened a dormant warmth within Thomas, reminding him of a time when the world was painted in hues of magic and every ticking clock held a promise of adventure. They were engaged in a lively game of tag, their joyous squeals carrying on the wind, momentarily banishing the shadows of melancholy that had threatened to engulf the day. He greeted the children with a warmth that mirrored the sun's gentle embrace, his eyes twinkling with amusement. Her eyes, reflecting the innocence of youth, held a depth of wonder that touched Thomas's heart. "Mister," she began, her voice as sweet as birdsong, "we were playing and then we saw the music. It was coming from your shop and we got curious." Thomas, his heart swelling with emotion, smiled. "Curiosity is a wonderful thing," he replied, his voice soft like the rustle of autumn leaves. But now the silence was different. It was a comforting hush, a pause between melodies that only added to the harmony of it all. "How may I help you?" The young woman, her face aglow with excitement, stepped forward. "I'm looking for a special music box," she said, her voice filled with hope. "Something that will symbolize the beginning of our journey together." Thomas, understanding the depth of her request, smiled. He knew that these music boxers held a unique power to encapsulate moments in time. A soft knock on the door broke the quiet, pulling Thomas from his reverie. Finally, he stopped before a music box that seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly glow. As Thomas watched them leave, a sense of fulfillment washed over him. These tunes become the soundtracks of our memories, carrying us through moments of joy, remembrance, and hope. It was more than just a sale. It was a connection, a shared experience that transcended the boundaries of time and space. As they listened, the strains of a beautiful melody filled the air, carrying with it the promise of forever. He looked up and saw a young couple standing in the doorway. Their eyes, bright with anticipation, held the promise of new beginnings. "It's what led me to create these beautiful music boxers." With a flourish, he gestured toward the shop, his eyes gleaming with pride. "Well, hello there, young ones," he boomed in a voice that, though weathered by time, still resonated with kindness. Together, they embarked on a journey of shared laughter, stories, and the timeless magic of music boxers. "What brings you all to my humble abode?" Their game momentarily forgotten, the children turned to him, their eyes shining with a mixture of curiosity and excitement. The music boxers, once silent witnesses to a bygone era, now chimed merrily, their tunes echoing with the laughter of a new generation. The shop was quiet, the music boxers resting after a day of sharing their melodies. As he looked around at the shop, his heart swelled with gratitude. It wasn't just a business, it was a sanctuary, a place where generations came together, where memories were cherished, and new stories were written. The townspeople, too, were drawn back to the shop, each visit rekindling a forgotten memory or weaving a new one into the tapestry of their lives. Their innocent merriment served as a potent elixir, dispelling the gloom and infusing life into the very essence of the afternoon. It was during this introspective moment that he heard the sweet melody of children's laughter carried on the wind. With a gentle smile gracing his lips, he rose from his seat behind the counter and stepped forward. His movements, though slowed by age, were infused with purpose. As he made his way to the door, as he opened it, the sweet melody of children's laughter continued to drift in, mingling with the tinkling of music boxers to create a symphony of nostalgia and hope. The sight that greeted him outside was one that stirred a kaleidoscope of emotions within him. Startled by this unexpected auditory delight, he turned toward the source of the sound, his gaze landing on the sight that tugged at his heartstrings. In a cozy corner of the United States, nestled amidst blooming gardens and tree-lined streets, lay a quaint town named Ash. At 81, his hands bore witness 2 years of meticulous work, each line and wrinkle telling a tale of dedication and passion for his craft. Despite his advanced age, Thomas possessed a spirit that refused to yield to the relentless march of time. His eyes, twinkling with mirth, held the sparkle of a man who found joy in every facet of his existence. Amidst this picturesque backdrop stood a modest structure that held within its walls a treasure trove of melodies and memories. It was a music box shop, a place where the rhythm of time seemed to slow down, and the tunes of yesteryears echoed in the present. Stepping inside, one was enveloped by the rich, inviting aroma of polished wood and aromatic oils. Every music box he crafted was imbued with a piece of his heart, resonating with emotions that transcended the boundaries of mere inanimate objects. Each note that lilted from these boxers carried within it a whisper of a life well lived, a testament to the enduring power of music to touch the very core of our being. Every nook and cranny of the shop was adorned with exquisite music boxers, each a testament to the skilled craftsmanship of its creator. The man behind these intricate creations was none other than Thomas Hamilton, a resident of Ashfield for most of his life. But the music box shop was not just a business for Thomas. It was an extension of his soul. One particularly dreary afternoon, as raindrops raced down the window panes, mirroring the somber mood that had settled over the shop, Thomas found himself ensconced behind the counter, lost in thought. There before him stood a little girl, her face framed by a mop of unruly golden hair, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. As he watched her, he couldn't help but feel a sense of responsibility, a desire to protect this untarnished innocence. It was a group of children, their laughter echoing through the air like wind chimes dancing in the breeze. With a newfound vigor in his step, Thomas made his way to the children, his presence adding another note to the harmonious melody of the day. One of the children, a little girl with hair the color of spun gold, stepped forward. And so it was that, on that seemingly ordinary afternoon, a bond was forged between a group of children and an old man who found solace in the melodies of life. As the weeks rolled by, the shop's windows, once veiled in solitude, now shimmered with the vibrancy of childhood wonder. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in hues of lavender and rose, Thomas stood behind the counter, a contented smile gracing his lips. He thought back to the lonely days that had stretched on like endless notes on a somber tune. "Good evening!" Thomas greeted them warmly, his voice echoing with kindness. With a twinkle in his eye, he led them through the labyrinth of boxers, each one whispering tales of love, joy, and remembrance. And so it was that on that magical evening, a music box, a symbol of everlasting love, found its home in the hearts of two young souls, just beginning their journey together. In the symphony of life, we often find solace and strength in the melodies that resonate with our souls. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more heartwarming stories. Your support means everything to us.